The recent events at Columbia University, where students occupied Hamilton Hall in a pro-Palestinian demonstration, should serve as a wake-up call. Instead of advancing their cause, these students lost their academic careers, had their degrees revoked, and damaged the credibility of the very movement they were fighting for. This is not how we, as Muslims, should fight for justice. As Muslims, many of us or our families have come to countries like the United States in times of desperation, seeking safety, opportunity, and a better future. But with that comes a responsibility. We must respect the laws and values of the country that has given us refuge. We cannot expect to be heard if we engage in disruptive, unlawful behavior. We cannot expect respect if we do not give respect in return. We cannot demand change while alienating the very people who could be our allies. If we want to see real progress for our brothers and sisters suffering across the world, we must engage in meaningful dialogue, work within the system, and show that our cause is rooted in justice, not in chaos. Muslims cannot fight alone. The struggles of the Palestinian people, and of Muslims across the world, will never be solved if we only stand with ourselves. We must join hands with Christians, Jews, and people of all faiths who believe in justice and human dignity. We must partner with other communities who value human rights and peace. We must seek solutions through education, diplomacy, and unity. We must build alliances that are stronger than any protest or demonstration. Occupying a building won't change the world, but building bridges with others can. The students at Columbia lost their futures because they chose confrontation over cooperation. Let us learn from their mistakes. Instead of resorting to protests that disrupt rather than build, let's focus on advocating through education, raising awareness in a way that brings people together, working with lawmakers and institutions to create real policy changes, upholding the values of discipline, wisdom, and patience that Islam teaches us. We must decide, do we want to be seen as disruptors, or as builders of a stronger, more united movement? The world is watching, and how we choose to fight for justice defines the future of our cause. Let us stand together, not just as Muslims, but as a united people of faith and integrity. Let us work with respect, wisdom, and strategic action, so that our voices are heard, not as noise, but as a force for real change.